All right, guys, watch this video for Tuesday, October 2nd. Just a quick announcement I think for a few days I'm going to try this and see what kind of response we get. But like literally the number one email I get is, hey, I want a free trial to your chat room. You know, I watch your videos, we like you and Wayne, blah, 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 and you guys seem like different than everybody else. You sound really good looking, Mike. I haven't gotten that email yet, but I'm hoping to get that someday. Anyway, but we do get that request a lot, and just out of respect for our paying members, we just will not offer free trials because we want everybody in there to have a stake in the game and had, you know, no chaos, right? No questions being thrown around. So we do kind of focus together as a team once that opening bell rings, and free trials would hamper that. And our members actually really appreciate that. So, but people say, well, I don't want to have to buy a whole year of your service just to try it out. So that's the number one request. Not going to do a free trial, but I did just develop a way in for 79 bucks. All right. So check the link down below this, and it's not just 79 bucks. You're actually going to think it's a pretty cool deal that I've ironed out. I've never seen it anywhere else, but just I'm not even going to go into it here. Just look at the link down below if you're interested in getting it, and that gets you a whole month in there. So it's not just like one day. You're in there for a month, and you'll see the other bonuses involved with that when you click the link. But that's I think it's pretty cool what I've come up with. So anyway, if there's any kind of decent response, I'm just going to leave that up as a new membership option. If there's not, I'm just going to go back to the old way. But I'm trying to appease people that want to try our service and don't want to put out a bunch of money up front. And that's a fair request, by the way. So the SPY gapped up today, kind of broke out of this little flag here. On a Monday morning when the market size Dow's set to open up like 200 points, it's almost never a great trading environment. And today that held true again. There was a couple nice movers. And you know, some people in our chat room played IGC and NBEV really well. Those are just crazy movers. But here's what I'm watching for tomorrow anyway. NIO was on Bounce Watch. There's nothing pretty here. Recent IPO. Went crazy the first 2 days out of the gate. And then, you know, almost round tripped. But down several days in a row. Had it on Bounce Watch coming into today. And it never gave any kind of setup. So guess what? It just goes back on Bounce Watch tomorrow. It's not like I look at that chart and love it. But also I've watched that thing trade. And when it does get going to the upside, you can get some nice moves. So I always say this, it doesn't cost me anything to have it on a chart, so I will. DTEA with, and I'll switch to these, with NBEV, look at that move today. And IGC, look at that move today. With those two going crazy, DTEA is sort of deemed in that space. I saw a headline the other day or somebody posted something talking about they've been approached by several marijuana companies to, I guess, some sort of pot-infused tea. I guess this is a big chain of tea stores, sort of like a Starbucks for tea. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't do any of that stuff. But anyway, it had this really nice move 3 sessions ago from 220 all the way to 295, and then the very next day hitting 310. Now you've pulled back a couple days on a little bit less volume today. So I'm going to see if that one is ready to turn back up tomorrow. No trades in it today for me. Was on watch, though. CLRB, this is kind of obscure because it only traded 310,000 shares today, but you kind of have a little cup and handle forming and looks maybe poised for a breakout up into this gap. Not in love with that, but it did have a big volume spike, relatively speaking. Big volume for this stock about 4 sessions ago. So that's kind of what put it on my radar. NBEV, I guess I got to watch this one. It's stupid strong, but I got to have it on watch. You know, look at that. 93 million shares traded today. So when they get that, I guess, for lack of a better term, I call it, with that crowded, I generally don't like to get involved unless I get a very clean setup. So, you know, just be careful with that one in IGC if you trade them. NEPT, nice volume today and a fairly strong close off of its highs, but absolutely worth watching tomorrow. GBR with oil pushing up again. You know, this one had the pop, then a lower high, then another lower high, but it's also putting in higher lows, so it's kind of consolidating here. Definitely want to watch this one tomorrow. ABIO, now this one's extended because it had a huge move today, but it's still worth watching. Maybe red to green, maybe nothing, but I bet you sometime later this week we'll get a clean setup in it, and sometimes they happen the very next day, so we'll watch it. LEVB, it's a tough one for me to type for some reason. Really nice move today from a low of almost 4 to all the way to 6. Definitely want to watch that tomorrow. Again, it's ahead of itself, far away from the moving averages. If you're looking for a way to kind of guide that, give you a visual of it, the moving averages. And when I say the moving averages, I mean like the blue and red line are the 8 and the 20. It's really extended from them. But sometimes the next day you get another great setup. Yuma, another low-priced oil and gas play, which gapped up, 5 sessions ago, almost 60 cents, and is curling back up. SAEX, the one that started it all, right? Look at this. About a week ago, from a low of 745 to 32 in one session. And then a few days lower, and now starting to curl back up with oil. And I'll just show you USO, which is what I use to gauge oil. Really nice breakout going on in oil, so that's why I have 3 different oil and gas plays on watch tomorrow. And then APRI, nice volume for this stock, and a little bit of a mini breakout. We'll see if we get a continuation in that one tomorrow. All right, again, check the link down below. We'll add some gappers to this list as well in the pre-market tomorrow, and I'm going to wrap it up. We'll see everybody tomorrow. Have a good night.